some people choose to like stick only to like Kijiji or like Indeed, right? But like they also
Yeah.
forget that we also have like Monster and like a lot of other websites out there that like that some companies would post only there and not post, for example, on Kijiji and Indeed, right? And it might be and it might be actually an employer you might be looking for as well, right?
But
And
I guess
yeah.
my question would be there if I'm going to be looking on Kijiji or even I forget the other Craigslist, I guess. For maybe I would say a lot of people might not be looking for these extra jobs on these extra sites, not always because they don't know what the website necessarily is, but it might seem untrustworthy even in a way because I guess it's just like with small brands, you could say in a way. You want to shop at like you want to trust this monster corporation, right? And Kijiji and Craigslist, as sketchy as they might seem, especially for like purchases. When you're looking for jobs, you know that they're more or less trustworthy because at least Kijiji and Craigslist try to monitor. They can't monitor everything, but they try. But like with Monster, it's like especially if I've never heard, it's like buying a new product online. If there's no reviews, now I'm gonna go with something that has
No,
more.
absolutely. If there's no reviews, I mean, or if there's like any poor reviews, I mean, there's no reason for you to trust the company, right? You always have to do your research prior to as well.
What is the website Glassdoor? I believe there's a place you can enter a company or a different place you want to apply to, and so different people who have worked for the company before rate and write comments about that job. So I believe that's what it's called.
Glassdoor. I actually never heard of that website, but it sounds very much like I don't know if that's a website or just a particular feedback. A lot of times for post-secondary schools, they have for professors.
Oh yeah,
Do you know what I'm
rate
talking
yeah
about?
rate coughs
Yeah,
things like that.
yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
And then when a lot, actually, this is apparently a very common practice between students, especially in like I would want to say like Goliath post-secondary systems like Ryerson or UFT, if you go to York or whatever, that a lot of students like to rate profs and they really like to like comment on them. And the interesting thing is, it what I really like about that website in particular, I guess, just like you said, Glassdoor, that it serves the same purpose. You get, or you at least want to say, you get this kind of non-biased feedback in a way from a person that has more or less credibility because you know that a company isn't going to say anything bad about itself, but those employees who don't feel like they are necessarily need to be loyal to the company anymore, whether they were let go or for whatever reasons they don't happen to work there anymore, they can really speak the truth for it. So if anybody is looking for a job or is interested in applying for a job and you are unsure of whether you want to obtain a position at a certain company, you can definitely do some Google search. And I believe Anfisa said the door. Last door, something
Glassdoor.
like that. Yeah, that's what the website's called. And you can definitely check out the feedback for the company that you're applying for because as we know very many times that a job might not even be what it seems and a lot of expectations of the job and a lot of requirements of the job are like very often necessarily unsaid.
Yeah, for sure. So as also if you're looking for some reliability and you're a post-secondary student, then there's so many programs, at least at McMaster, where they have different employers come and tell you a little bit about what they do. And then those employers who want to connect with McMaster students, you can go through a special program on our website called Oscar Plus for anyone who goes to McMaster. So I'm not sure how other universities do it, but that's a job listing board. So
So that particular Oscar Plus program is designed specifically for students who are looking to obtain a job or to know more about a job
no,
or
looking to obtain a job. So through there, you can submit your resume and your cover letter, and it actually goes through an office at the university where it gets looked through and then sent to the employer.
and that is kind of like I guess a, not necessarily cool, but it would allow you to target the specific field that you're interested in?
Sure, they have co-op. It's you filter through if you want a summer job, a full-time job, or a co-op. So it's actually, I really hope that other universities around here have something similar. So make sure to do a Google search again or go on your school's website and see
Well,
what they have to offer.
yeah, this seems like a really good opportunity, definitely for McMaster students. And if you're not enrolled in McMaster, you can always ask your post-secondary establishment about a similar program at that, because from what I know, a lot of difficulties with many programs is that, especially many bachelors, as interesting as they may be, they don't always offer co-op programs, and a lot of students are just graduating and they're coming out incredibly confused with their diplomas, and then they're like, well, what I'm gonna do now? I have these credentials and I have no idea where to apply or where to even begin my career search, because I don't have experience, and everyone that I'm applying, well, they're just looking for people who've already 1 or 2 year experience, but my university doesn't offer co-op program, and no offices want to take me in because my university doesn't push co-op program on them. So they're like, no, I would rather go with someone who can offer full-time, because it doesn't really make sense for a company to hire a student unless they want to underpay them or somehow not
Train
give,
them, but
or
they're not
just
gonna do
they
that
don't
if
want
it's
to waste
first
their
time.
money, because
Yeah.
they don't want to waste their money. Why am I gonna hire somebody that I know is gonna leave my company? Why do I have to be that specific company that's gonna give money and experience and hours for this person who's gonna not stay, take this experience, and maybe benefit my competitor even? That just sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah.
We're gonna go on a short break right now, and we're gonna continue in a couple minutes with you guys.
Yeah.